Freedom fighters, back with another one. Discussion today, crypto clowns. I was talking to somebody yesterday about, my previous video and, how the banks aren't going to collapse and, you know, the elites in the New World Order are in complete control of the economy. If anyone thinks that they're, scrambling and, don't know what they're doing and that this isn't all controlled and planned, then, you don't know what kind of game we're playing in. You don't know who you're dealing with. So then we got on the topic of crypto and Bitcoin and all this stuff, and I never really messed with it anyway. And, I might be coming through a position of ignorance on here, and I most certainly am, because, like I said, I don't know much about it. But, all these people that were telling me, way back, oh, this is the future, this is, this is gonna, save things, basically, and this is gonna take care of everything, and this is a free market, and, this is the way that, free-minded people are gonna head to. And it's been nothing but a shit show. It's nothing but a clown show. That's what it is. And, I know somebody who did pretty good with crypto. It's not like my best buddy or anything, or, just like a guy that I know, an acquaintance. And, he was buying pretty early and he did pretty good. So I'm not saying that, no one's ever done good on it or anything like that, I understand that. But this whole idea of, like, this is where freedom was going to come from, is a joke. And I said that from the beginning. I'm like, the whole point of this is to lead to a digital currency. This is exactly what they want. And everyone's like, oh no, but they can't track it. They can't do this. They can't do that. And, I mean, like I said, I'm probably coming from a place of ignorance. Correct me if I'm wrong. But all this is tracked and traced. I had another buddy who did a lot of this stuff. And, back in the day, he was buying it. And, I was telling him, okay, like, go ahead, go for it. And I can't even remember what he was doing. But he was using, like, some kind of app or something, and then putting it on a disk or like a USB drive kind of thing. And then I got into it later, and I was like, oh, maybe I should buy a little bit or something and check it out. And, I mean, this was years down the road as well. And, pretty much you had to go through a website. They got all these different websites out now. You have to give them your social security number. Some of these places want pictures of your ID. Hook it up to your bank accounts. Like, and I'm like, what is all this, man? Like, and you think this is freedom? Like, and I immediately stopped right away. Like, after that, I was just like, this is garbage. So, like, yeah, if you're into crypto and you know all this stuff, is there, I mean, if you want to educate me, on some of this stuff, is there like a black market underground that I'm unaware of, where you can actually, buy and sell without, it coming directly out of your bank account? Some of these people have, it hooked up directly to their credit cards or their debit cards. And I'm just like, that's retarded. Like, at that point, what's the point? And the other thing, people were like, oh no, it's gonna help during a recession or depression, like, it's gonna hold its value. And I was like, man, it's just another pump and dump Ponzi scheme. And look what happened. I mean, this was its chance to shine during COVID. 2020 and forward, was its chance to prove itself that it was different. and it went from what, like $85,000 to 17. Oh, and that was, in my opinion, the government sucking every penny out of it and putting it back into their pockets. And then they do the rebuying scheme. They just buy it back up, and it probably will go back up again. I wouldn't be surprised if it, goes back to 80,000 again, or even reaches 100, but only for them to pull it back again and make you lose all your money, and they just keep sucking the money out. That's exactly how it's gonna go. But as far as is crypto gonna save anything? It ain't happening. It's not the way towards freedom. The only thing free, you know, is cash, gold and silver, and barter. If you're like, hey, I'm gonna, you know, I need this truck or something I'm trying to buy. I can work it off for you or trade you this stuff or something like that. You know, that's the way of the future. That's the way the underground works. That's the black market. Uh, Cryptocurrency ain't gonna save anything. And remember, God's the only one who can save you. So get right with God. Freedom Fighters out.